Hey there, sweeties. It's Jazzie here, and welcome to Jazzie's Corner. Not on a Wednesday, on a Friday. Sorry about that. Honestly, guys, it is a lot harder balancing all this stuff than I originally thought it would be. I thought it'd be fine, but when I'm not practicing my guitar, I'm doing other homework and doing a bunch of other stuff and taking care of my family, so it's a little harder for me to post, but I am going to try and get back into it. So if it takes a couple more weeks for me to adjust, I just want to apologize. If you guys subscribe to this video, then you'll get updates when I actually do upload, which usually is twice a week. At least it should be twice a week, but we'll see how that works out. But okay, now that I've talked for about 50 seconds about nothing, let's go into the new comic book news and new movie news of the week. Alright, so first thing on comic book news is the new 52 variant covers are coming out. So I guess you guys probably already know DC New 52, and then the 52nd issue of New 52 is gonna come out. Let's try and say that 10 times fast, right? So what happened is how they're doing the different variant covers right now is they are kind of redoing the original from when New 52 started and remaking it to look like the modern artists and what the character looks like. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, post pictures, but if I can, I'll try and post a little something on there. Like, Batgirl, you could tell, like, the different art for Batgirl. Like, they have, the older one and then the newer one, which is, like, night and day. And some that look pretty much the same. Others who don't look the same at all. Personally like the original covers better, but that's just me. So that's pretty cool, and like I said, I'll try and post that stuff up here if I can. Next thing on news is Starfire number 12 is going to come out, I think, in a couple of months, or maybe it's out now. I'm not too sure about it. I'm not familiar with it, but the 12th Starfire is actually going to be the very last one of the series, and the writers aren't going to be part of it anymore, so that's kind of like null and void, they're done. But there is no guarantee that you're never going to see Starfire again, because I personally love the Starfire character. I read all different worlds of her, Teen Titans used to be my show back in the day. But yeah, so that's unfortunate, but she'll probably make some type of visit somewhere soon, so we'll look out for that. Next thing is Scott Snyder is leaving Batman. There's a lot of writers and artists leaving comic books recently. Like, this is just one of them, because I know a lot of people know about Batman, but there was like 3 or 4 different artists that are kind of stepping down and letting somebody else take over. I don't know why now, but that's what's happening. And his last is going to be number 51, which I believe is next month. And that's going to be the very last one he writes, and then draws. I'm not completely sure. If I'm gonna say writer draws, and then I'm just gonna put it up here as soon as I figure it out. But yeah, so that's unfortunate. As for the next thing on the news, we're gonna talk about Gambit and Rogue. Gambit and Rogue. I know everybody has an OTP in comic books. I know I have quite a few. One of them happens to be Rogue and Gambit. That movie's coming out soon, guys. Oh, can you believe it? I love Gambit. They better do my baby justice, or else I'm be pissed. Like, Channing Tatum is a good actor, I guess, but I don't really see him as Gambit. We'll see how it goes, though. I'm definitely going to be watching, just like I'm going to be watching that Deadpool movie. Oof, I'm excited for that one. Then Gambit, he is Gambit is in Uncanny Avengers number 5, and I don't want to give it away, just tell you Gambit. And there's like a cover of it that I'm going to post up there. I'm trying to get that comic book cover. I've been looking for it everywhere, and it's sold out all over the place. So hopefully I get it soon. Fingers crossed. Next. Guys, I apparently don't know how to speak to you guys today. I guess I'm getting used to the camera again. Next on the news is I saw this really cool cover that I just loved. And it's Harley Quinn and Deadpool as in Natural Born Killers, the movie, and I'm gonna post that up right here. I wish that they would bring the worlds together just so I could see them fall in love, because I just want Deadpool and Harley Quinn together so much. But yes, so the artist of it is Marco D'Alfonso. I hope I said that correctly. And I'll link his website down below, so I'm not just showing his work without asking him. Next, now we're going to get to movies and TV shows, and there was much more news in movies and TV shows than anywhere else. So, first, we're going to talk about the Deadpool news, because you guys know that movie came out, and it is everywhere. First thing that I'm very, very amazed with is Ryan Reynolds, who is my dream Deadpool, was talking about the Deadpool's pansexuality. So he was talking about how maybe in a later movie, if there was like a gay relationship that started, then he would be so down for it, which makes me so happy. I love when actors can, like, obviously he's straight. I mean, his wife is a babe and he has a kid, but he's down with doing stuff like that without even worrying about that, which I think is really cool, because there's a couple Jensen Ackles who won't do what the fans want them to do and get together with Castiel because he isn't gay and it makes him uncomfortable. But we won't get into that. I still love him, but Jensen, come on now. So he'd be down. I think that's so great. Next thing on the news, of course you guys are probably wondering, like I was, how the original creators of Deadpool think of the new Deadpool movie. And I have one of the original creators, and his name is Fabian Nicieza. I'm sorry if I'm totally butchering your name, dude. I don't mean to be. But he actually really liked Deadpool. He said it was great and the action was amazing and there's romance and everything that he can imagine Deadpool being. So, and there's a bunch of Easter eggs for them. So I think that's really cool. From what I heard from Ryan Reynolds, there's hundreds of Easter eggs in that movie. So that's probably going to be a movie I'm going to have to buy myself just so I can rewatch it over and over again and like put a checklist of all the little Easter eggs they have. So we'll look forward to that. Next is, and last thing about Deadpool, the opening night for a rated R movie for that actually broke records, and it was about 12.7 million. You know how they do the movies like the night before it actually comes out, like on Thursday? It got 12.7 million all around the world, which is absolutely insane. And that's great. I mean, I'm so happy for Ryan. This is just, thing I love the most about Ryan, and then I'm going to stop talking, is he actually genuinely knows the comic books, and he knows the characters, and he's read them, and he knows who Deadpool is, knows what he stands for, and he wanted to make sure he did it right. So, awesome, because, you know, that Green Lantern movie left a lot to the imagination, as in it was terrible. But he met his wife on Green Lantern, so that's good. But yeah, that movie, we won't talk about it. We're not going to happen. Alright, wow, there's actually so much stuff. Okay, so I'm going to try and shorten this as much as I can. Supergirl news, Supergirl TV show, yay! Okay, so there's going to be a Flash Supergirl crossover. There's been pictures, and they're saying, like, oh, these emblems look cool together, so right on for that. I love when people cross over. In Flash, I've been watching a couple of those episodes. Amazing show. Amazing. And Supergirl, still have yet to get into that. Sorry! Anyways, and also next, she is visiting Superman's Fortress of Solitude, so that's going to be pretty cool. I don't know if we actually get a Superman, but we're visiting a Solitude, so that's awesome. And I think that's coming out next month, so I'll try and watch that and hopefully be caught up by then. And speaking of Flash show is really good, and I really enjoy it. Now they're in Earth 2, which is great, where everything's pretty much backwards, and there's villains that are good people and good people that are villains, and it's super awesome. And Barry Allen doesn't even have his powers, don't think, but we haven't watched too much into it, so I can't tell you if he has powers or he doesn't have his powers. The first people we started talking to, like right when it started, was Zoom, Killer Frost, Deathstorm, and Reverb. And we already just met those people, like, right off the bat, which is so great. Killer Frost is amazing. Danielle Panabaker, that is, like, you were made to be her, because she's just great. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, visit all those guys. Next, there is a Riverdale TV show, which is coming up. And if you guys know what Riverdale is, it is Archie and Veronica, Betty and Veronica comic books, but it's kind of more modernized. Cole Sprouse, I think, is going to play Jughead. I forgot the chick's name, is going to play Betty, sorry. But that's going to be cool, and that's going to be on the CW, which I am so going to watch, because that was also a part of my childhood. And finally, there's going to be a new Star Wars Lego TV series. I love Star Wars, and so I'll probably be watching it. I know my nephew is going to be in love with it, because he is in love with everything Lego, so we'll see how he feels about the show. But that's actually it. I know, this really wasn't as long as they usually are, which I'm happy about. I'm trying to shorten them, even though it still ended up being about 11 minutes. I'm going to try and get it to 10 minutes, guys. Like, that's the goal, to start getting my videos. And maybe if I could get down to 5 minutes, that would be great. But y'all know I talk too much, so we'll see how that goes. So, unfortunately, that is all for this video. But we will always have the next one. Smell you later.